The same thing also, like on the flip side of Kratom, is Ibogaine.
Yeah.
And I'm also talking to some people about doing a documentary about Ibogaine, because if people don't know what Ibogaine is, it'll flip an opioid addiction in like 48 hours. It's one of the most insane drugs I've ever dealt with. It will reset all your neurotransmitters in your body. It'll kill pain in your body. For me, I did a Ibogaine trip. You can actually watch it on YouTube. It's called Ibogaines. So it's Ibogainz.
I love it.
And it's just a little short film I put together about my experience. It's gotten ripped off of YouTube like several times, so it's been on there and off there and it's back on there anyway. But so I just made this short film about my experience with Ibogaine, and the reason I did Ibogaine was simply because I have such bad chronic pain. Like I said, I was going through a period of time where I was doing whatever I could to try to get out of chronic pain. After I did Ibogaine, the day after, this is stupid, right? I went from not being able to walk, like barely able to walk every day. I'd wake up and I'd literally be in tears walking around, and I'd be just walking around doing my daily stuff. And this is going to sound like a pussy, but I'd be crying going like, I need help. Like, I need fucking help. I can't do this anymore. You know, like I'm done. And if this doesn't help, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm done, you know? And I was like, don't want to even say it, but I was like suicidal, you know, to a point where I was like, this pain is so bad, there's nothing I can do to heal this or fix this. So I called a friend. He lives in Boston. His name's Jim. And Jim is like, he's amazing. He's got this thick Boston accent. He's like an old school bodybuilder from Boston, and Ibogaine saved his life. So he came out to visit me. It was the day before the world shut down for the pandemic. So it was March 16th of 2020. He flew out like last minute, administered Ibogaine to me. I went on a trip that lasted, I want to say like 3 or 4 days, where I was like in the clouds. Like, I don't know where I went.
It lasted that long?
Yeah. My soul like left my body.
How do you take it?
It's just a pill.
Just a pill?
It's just
and it lasts that long?
Yeah. It was a series of pills. So what it was I took like 250 milligrams, I think every hour maybe, for 5 or 6 hours. So, and what happened was, I dosed it at a really, really high level because my pain was so bad, and I kept like asking for more. I don't know why, because I was in the middle of the trip. And I ended up taking about 2 grams of it, which is a lot. Like, if you go to a clinic in Mexico, they'll probably give you 1 gram. But I think because I got 2 grams, I blasted off to the moon. It was, so in the beginning of it, it was the most horrific, like horrible. You see every tragedy in your life, every bad thing that's happened in your life, and you just keep turning the page, and then something worse comes up, and then something worse comes up, and it's like you're reliving all these past memories. But then all of a sudden, like, I got through all these like bad memories of like being picked on in school. Yeah. You know, or like you'd remember the most unique, like weird things. And then all of a sudden, like, I saw like a flash bulb go off, and I'm like, oh, there goes all my depression. And another flash bulb goes off and goes, there goes all the anxiety. And another flash bulb goes off and goes, there goes all the pain. Hey, you're free. You're free to go. And then I saw my older brother who passed away. And I was telling your producer, Steve, before, it's not like I felt like I saw and talked to my brother. I talked to my brother. Like, it was real. It was so real. I can't describe how, it's hard to describe how close it was to like a real interaction. Like, I feel it was real. You know, like, I feel like my brother came to me and said, hey, I know I fucked up and I did a lot of drugs and I did a lot of crazy things in my life, but I'm here where I am because this is where I'm supposed to be. And none of this is your fault. And like, that was so profound and crazy. It was like literally the most profound thing that ever happened to me. It was like, wait, what just happened? Like, all this stuff that I was holding on to for years just left my body, you know? And then the day after I did Ibogaine, I walked into the gym and I put I was always a power lifter. So I put 405 on the bar and go, let me just I just started working out. I was like, okay, let me do 1 plate. Okay, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. I go up to 4 plates the day after I did Ibogaine, and I do, a set of 10 with 405, going from I can't walk to let me lift 405 for 10 reps. To me, was just the most insane thing that I've ever happened to me. And I'm like, this drug needs to be explored. This needs to be looked at. This needs to be something that people can have access to, because I don't know what the fuck happened. I still don't know.
That's so wild, bro.
Mark always says, be careful, because for 6 months afterwards, I was telling everybody. I was Ibogaine preacher. Everybody needs this, and then you sort of mature and you learn, hey, just chill, because what is it going to be like in 6 months? And that's where my brother comes in. He's really wise with all that stuff. And he said, give it some time before you tell everybody.
Right.
And so I just started I calmed down a little bit, telling people about it. And then of course the pain came back, it came back again.
How long did it take?
About 6 months.
Wow.
But if we could find something, there's something in there. If you could find something that can kill pain for 6 months, and you only had to do it once, why can't you figure out a way to make that molecule into something where you don't have to have that, you don't have to maybe go through that trip again? Maybe there's something there, put it that way. And Big Pharma is not looking into it. Nobody's looking into it.
Oh, they're looking into it. They're looking how to subvert it.
Yeah, how to
shut it down.
How to keep it shut down. And there's a guy I'm helping, I've been helping and working with a little bit. His name's Brian Hubbard. He's amazing. He's he was on Rogan before.
Okay.
I think he might be the longest speaker on Joe Rogan with Rogan not talking.
Really?
He talked for 25 minutes straight about Ibogaine and how amazing it is.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that guy is gonna. So right now in Texas, where I live, Ibogaine is up to be legalized for clinical trials. So we might get some clinical trials soon. If we get clinical trials, it'll be available for people to use. But I think we need to expand it. Right now, it's they're really focusing on veterans with PTSD, and they're focusing on addicts. More on veterans.
Yeah,
I think people. With addicts, unfortunately, I think people throw them away. Who cares about the addicts?
Right.
Let's help the veterans,
There's this dude, Dana Beal. I think that's his name, Dana Beal, who is this, he's this hardcore psychedelic guy from the psychedelic renaissance, old school guy, who is allegedly piloting. He's flying Ibogaine from Africa to the Ukraine to give Ibogaine to the Ukraine soldiers.
Wow.
To help them, to treat their not only battle fatigue and the PTSD, to help them process that and get back out in the battlefield, which is wild. So he's giving them Ibogaine, and then I think the Russian soldiers are getting some form of meth.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. But that's super helpful. And I know the government is definitely spending a lot of money studying this shit. Especially there is this chemistry lab, I think it is, up in North Carolina, that DARPA gave a $20 million grant to figure out how to take the trip out of psychedelics, certain psychedelics. So they could basically give soldiers the psychedelics and have the benefit of the psychedelic for PTSD recovery, things like this, but without having the hallucination.
Yeah, they actually did it, and it's really interesting. So I talked to this guy. I want to say his name's Dr. Olson, David. I think his name's Dr. David Olson. He's in
David Nichols.
I think it's Olson.
Okay,
and he's in. So there's Nolan Williams. He's at Stanford. He's doing a lot of the Ibogaine studies. But this other guy at UC Davis, because I used to live in Davis. That's kind of where Mark lives, in that area. And so when I was there, I talked to this guy who basically was able to synthesize Ibogaine. It's called Tabernathalog. And Tabernathalog is available on, the research chemical sites where you can buy you know, all the peptides.
Yeah.
You can get this stuff called tabernatholog, and it's like
tabernatholog.
It's like $700 a gram, but it's Ibogaine without the high. They've basically said that they can take what happens with an Ibogaine trip and put it into a pill. But you can buy it as a research chemical. It's just that, like,
not for human consumption.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Like, my girlfriend doesn't like me doing any of this stuff and experimenting and messing around. So I try to stay, you know, true to that. I would love to order it and try it, but if I order it and try it, I'm going to get in trouble. So I need somebody else to try it for me to see, like, hey man, what happens, you know, because, I understand. I understand, like, not, you know, hey, don't try this, don't try that. Cause in the past, to be honest, I had been very reckless with, you know, different substances. And I think that, being reckless though has brought me back around to, like, now being a lot more responsible with stuff.
Sure.